Hey man, looks like you made it to Ireland.
I did. Just about to go into a pub here. Figure we shoot the show out here.
Nice, nice. Well, if you're in Ireland now, hopefully you brought some green with you.
I did. I brought very fancy green.
It's not exactly what
Green
I
Joe
meant.
green.
Not exactly what I meant, but I guess that'll work.
It will.
Oh my God, we did it!
I got everything I need right here.
This is the show, guys.
It wasn't supposed to be this time.
It's in your size. There we go. What are you talking about? This is exactly how we drew it up.
No, hold on. We can start.
They blocked the kick.
Ooh, just win, baby.
Sorry I missed your funeral last week. I heard you died.
Nah, we got this. How about them Chiefs? Damn you, Shanahan.
Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to this Week 3 recap of the Trajan Sportcast. I am your host, professional wrestler, and finally we get a win. Kansas City Chiefs fanatic, Christian Temple, and joined alongside, live in location in Dublin, Ireland, my good friend, the terrible talent twirling Trajan. How are we doing this fine day? I'm glad to see you made it safe and sound. Although I think our time code might be a little off here because I don't know if it's going to be that dark in Dublin right at this moment that we're recording here.
No, it's always dark this time of year.
Yes. Well, yes, as you can see with the background alluding to, the Pittsburgh Steelers will be getting on a plane here shortly to head to Dublin, Ireland to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Exciting matchup there too. Obviously, your team's owner's family originated from Ireland, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and Art Rooney was actually an ambassador to Ireland. So deep ties to Ireland, and I know we're going to be winning this game.
Just going to be all the more worse when Minnesota's defense shows up again. But I'm sure you had something funny to say there too. I just didn't hear it. But yes, as we alluded to, finally a win for at least my team this week. This is the second win of the season for you. Although we'll be talking about how how that win came about here shortly. You can change your background now too if you want. So you can change it back to whatever you want now.
I'm getting to it.
There you go. Hey, there we go. We're back home. He's magical. He transports through time and space. And as you can see now, the Kansas City Chiefs finally getting their first win of the season. So for the first time this season, let's hear it, Kingdom. How about those Chiefs? We definitely needed this one. I would have felt very, very sick to my stomach coming onto the show this week if we were 0-3 and we had lost, in fact, to the New York Giants, especially the way Russell Wilson played this week. So let's get into it. Coming into this game, the Kansas City Chiefs, in their history, have never beat the New York Giants on the road. A little fun fact there. So a little something important for at least the franchise's history there. Coming into this game, Kansas City offensively still showing some struggles in the first half. Obviously, a big part of that is not having Xavier Worthy and not having Rashee Rice. They announced that Jalen Royals would be active for this game, but I was concerned because I didn't see him on the field at all. And then come to find out he was active, but he was only going to be used for an emergency situation. So obviously he was this close to being back to full strength, but wasn't quite all the way there. As far as practice participation, he's been a full participant all this week, which is good. And same with Xavier Worthy, which will need all hands on deck, especially against the Baltimore Ravens. But getting a little ahead of ourselves here too. This was mostly in the second half when Mahomes started to wake up, but a good game for him to start getting things back on track here. He was 22 of 37 for 224 yards, including a passing touchdown to Tyquan Thornton, who was our leading receiver this week. So hats off to him. Way to step up when we needed him to. Juju Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown, both with key catches when we needed them to. Hollywood Brown, a key pass interference to give Kansas City a chance to take the lead going into halftime. Got to talk about a couple things here, especially going down to the fumbles aspect of it. Pat Mahomes with a ill-advised backwards pass, although you could argue Isaiah Pacheco ran a bad route that went behind the line of scrimmage. But probably one of the plays of the games is Mahomes hustling over and ripping the ball out of the defender's hands. All the defender had to do was fall on it probably, and they probably could have got points, but tried to go for the scoop and score, and Mahomes able to get his arm in there and take the ball back and at least save some points from the Giants getting more too. So as far as on the defensive side, George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, couple sacks for them. Nick Bolton was our leading tackler this week. Yes, our leading tackler this week, and including a key pass batted down on a 4th and 3. So hats off to him. Karlaftis was good. Tranquil had a good game as well too. But yeah, got to give a huge shout out to Jalen Watson and Chris Wollen-Wallace for their interceptions. One of them was in the end zone, keeping Malik Neighbors out of the end zone, who had a fantastic week last week against the Dallas Cowboys, albeit in a loss. But still, though, I know the Chiefs' defense, Spags, was probably saying, hey, do not let Robinson, Slayton, and Neighbors have their way. And secondary was awesome in this game, all things considered. And I think part of it could be chalked up to the fact that Russell Wilson was trying to force a lot of stuff, deep downfield. There was quite a few arm punts from Wilson in this game.
Yeah.
He did not look like himself.
Well, he hasn't looked like himself for a very long time. I got to see a lot of his games.
Except last week.
So, really, I mean, when do you start hitting the panic button on your team, though? You got the win. I'll give you that. But you and I can both agree, just like the game we're about to cover, the score doesn't show how nasty the game actually was for your team.
And to answer that question, if the second half looked anything like the first half, then yes, I would be that much closer to hitting the panic button. But I have to give them credit because they came out a lot better starting out of halftime. They went down the field, got the touchdown drive, and they looked like once they went up by 2 scores, they were more in control. So like the Chiefs, the last few years, they've never been a team that is gonna blow you out. They're more cerebral when they have their leads and all that too. They want to possess the ball. They want to control the time of possession. They want to control the clock. So if they can get back into doing that, and they stay, 2 possessions, for the rest of the game, that's all I need for them to be. A win is a win in the end, but when it's not having to come down to the wire, if it's 2 possession like that, I'm more than happy to accept a win like this where there's not a whole lot of points scored, and especially if the defense is giving up less than 10 points.
Yeah, I can see that there, but I think you just gotta be really worried on this one. As an unbiased fan of football here, I think it's more that the defense of the Giants was left on the field that long that is part of the contributing factor because they had no drives going.
Which was a point I was going to bring up too. If we can get that going against the Ravens this week too, then we may see a similar situation because the Ravens defense is kind of showing some flaws in their armor here. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we will talk more about that here in just a few moments. But good sir, time to talk about an old friend, someone that had your number for years and years and years on end. It must have felt pretty good to go into their home base and steal a victory away from them. Literally steal, because you stole the ball like 5 times from them.
Yes, I believe we haven't beat them at home since '08.
Oh, wow.
I believe it was.
I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, yeah. And to insult to injury, it was not when Tom Brady was a quarterback. It was
Oh,
when
it was Matt Castle. It was Matt Castle, wasn't it?
it was the Matt Castle year.
Oh, God.
But we destroyed him that game.
I
So
know, man. Oh, man. Yep.
uh,
Good times. Great times with that name.
just like my reluctant friend here, We got out, we escaped with a win.
Hmm.
If it was a more competent team in front of us, we would not have won. Just like the Kansas City Chiefs this week. I will point that out. But uh, we had five turnovers in this game. Now,
Hmm.
one of them was right at the end of the half there. It doesn't you can't really do anything with it. So I'll take that in consideration. But so four turnovers really to impact the game. And basically we did nothing with them. Um, I mean, we took care of the ball except for a Aaron Rodgers interception directly to Spillane. I guess it was a gift for him. But gosh, Rodgers, 16 for 23, efficient, 139 yards, two touchdowns. We just didn't have that many opportunities, mostly because we were stalling out. Um, did a lot of punts, interceptions, but a lot of punts. And it's not looking pretty. Now, supposedly their defense was good coming into this, so that was their strong part of their team. I hope that's mostly what it was, but we did not look good. And our defense, with the injuries that are in place right now, our defense is not looking good either. They only scored 14 points, but like I said, we got an interception in the end zone that could have been points for them.
Fumble at the goal line.
And we had a couple fumble recoveries at the goal line. So they could have definitely beat us. We just got lucky on this one.
The Steelers BS is in full swing in this one, right?
Oh, definitely.
You can't see that's the deal. It's like you used up all your luck, and now you're going to Ireland. I mean, are you going to resupply on it up there too while you're there? Or
You know, when you go to a foreign country and things are cheaper over there, so you buy a bunch of it, that's what's
ah,
going to be.
there you go. Export the luck from the economy. There you go.
Exactly. This is the turning point right here.
You're gonna seize the means of production of luck up there.
Exactly.
So, but no, yeah. If any game, and I felt this a lot last year with the Chiefs, where we had a lot of those close games too, where the defense was like the main contributing factor too. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool that your defense, steps up when you need to, but when your offense feels so lackluster, it's like that just hurts. It's fun to win, but it still hurts. It's like, oh god, this is gonna bite us in the where later on at some point. But yeah, ours didn't happen until the Super Bowl at least. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, so that I have to say as well too. Good on DK Metcalf getting himself a touchdown. Good on your special teams not letting a ball go over their head into the end zone. So at least
yeah. Oh, every time.
lesson learned there too. Um, I do have to ask one very important question though. Of all the game balls that were given away by the Steelers in the locker room after the game, did Ramondre Stevenson get one?
He should. He gifted us a couple.
He's your new favorite Patriot, isn't he?
He is. I mean, there's something likable about the guy. His
Absolutely.
giving nature.
You just can't put your finger on it, right?
No.
Alrighty. Well, since you guys are taking place in Ireland, I guess that would put you guys the first game of the day on Sunday. So I will let you preview your upcoming matchup first.
So this is a tricky one. We are playing 8:30 a.m. Um, and so first thing in the morning, NFL Network. I
Mm-hmm.
get my day out nice and early. Um, we're going up against a team that showed a lot on defense versus
It's
the Bengals last week.
the
Their defense won them the game. I
mhm.
think two scoring plays by one player.
One player, yeah, Isaiah Rogers from former
Mhm.
Philadelphia Eagle. He got a pick six and a scoop and score that he caused himself.
Yep. So it's going to be coming down to limit our mistakes and force theirs, just kind of like this last game. We are going up against a backup, although he is a seasoned vet, Carson Wentz.
Mhm.
Um, I believe if we could get him rattled, make him not feel comfortable in the pocket, this game could be ours. I'm not going to expect big things from our offense. It is a good defense that we're going for. Hopefully, they're just efficient with the ball. But we definitely need to put pressure on Wentz so he can't get the ball out to the likes of Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely, and yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing too. Uh, any quarterback that has those kind of weapons, including a Justin Jefferson, if you're not keeping him contained and keeping him under constant pressure, then it's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be a long day. I feel like your guys' pass rush will be more effective than Cincinnati's. The only thing that concerns me is your guys' secondary because you mentioned the injuries previously. So like, do we even know who's going to be the main combatant against Justin Jefferson? I don't even know if is Porter going to be a full go yet, or do we know yet?
I think he's just doubtful at this point. I don't know if he is actually going to be a full go on it. My guess is it's going to be Slay,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if he could keep up with him. I don't know.
You'll
I could
you'll
see
definitely
us
probably have
going.
Ramsey. You'll probably have Ramsey over the top for him, and
Ramsey will be there,
yeah.
yes. It'll be either Slay or Ramsey. I could see us going more of a zone, to
Mm-hmm.
be perfectly honest with it, and people trying to take it, but sometimes you get picked apart with zone.
Just rely on the pass rush there too, make him uncomfortable. So there you go.
Yep.
All right, final score prediction. What you thinking for this game?
Same as last week, 21 to 14.
21-14. There you go. It's a safe shot every time.
Exactly.
Alrighty, which then brings us to the 3:30 primetime CBS game. I say primetime, as the Chiefs are always primetime, right? That's what everyone's always complaining about. Why do Chiefs get all the primetime games? Well, because they draw ratings, folks. The Kansas City Chiefs taking on the also 1-2 Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens coming off a tough loss to the Detroit Lions. That was a pretty fun game to watch. That was pretty back and forth
That
until
was.
I guess the biggest thing for the Ravens right now is just self-inflicted wounds. It seems like Derrick Henry has fumbled each of the last 3 games. Lamar is again trying to put the team on his back, maybe forcing it too much, and he got sacked 7 times against the Detroit Lions. When I wasn't counting like as the game went on, but when I saw
Yep.
7, I was like, really? Was it that many times? And then I go back, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, they got to him pretty frequently. So obviously some concerns with the offensive line, and definitely some concerns on the defensive side of the ball, especially their secondary. But I believe they're ranked 31st right now, and like 32nd in total D, or it might be the other way around or something like that. It's not good. But credit, in a nutshell, you would think it's bad, but they've also played some pretty good teams, albeit the Browns was one of them. But they played not only the Detroit Lions but also the Buffalo Bills, and both of those teams are known for putting up a good amount of points. So, do I anticipate we will do as good as the Detroit Lions? I hope. I'm not banking on it. I'm just hoping we can, contain Derrick Henry and just make Lamar Jackson as uncomfortable as Detroit did. But ultimately, I trust my defense to be able to, keep the passing to a minimum as they have the last few weeks. The biggest thing, are we going to see the first half offense against the Giants, or are we going to see the second half offense that controls the ball, controls the pace, and moves down the field methodically and can score points? So I like that it's at home. That usually helps out. The Chiefs usually do pretty good against the Ravens when it's at home. I love the fact that Xavier Worthy is actually going to be playing this week. We need him. He was a huge factor in the last matchup against the Ravens. And hey, Tyquan Thornton, he showed up big time last week, and I'd like to see him continue to show what he can do. We've got 2 deep threats and 2 speedsters. We can only hope that leads to good things for Kansas City.
You know what I like about this game? I can't lose.
Mm-hmm.
Either the Chiefs lose, and I'm happy about that, or the Ravens lose, and I'm happy about that. So everything's good with this game.
Everything's good with this game. There we go. All right. Well, I do believe that this game will be a close one, kind of like it was last year. It literally came down to a toenail. So, in this particular one, I'm gonna take Kansas City taking this one of final score. I may even go to overtime, 27-24. So it's gonna.
You're capable of that many
I
points?
think we're capable of that many points, especially if we go to overtime.
See.
So
See.
we'll see how it goes. Chiefs Ravens is always such a fun matchup. So I mean, I think back to the AFC Championship game too. It was low scoring, but defense is showing up too. You remember that memorable play by L'Jarius Sneed punching the ball on the goal line, swung the momentum of the game too. And also last year, like I said, Xavier Worthy, his coming out party in Week 1, showing what he can do, and Isaiah Likely with the barely a toe out of bounds, and you know for a fact if they would have got that touchdown, Harbaugh would have definitely gone for 2 in that game. You just know he was going to go for the win there. So, but if he would have threw to Mark Andrews, then I'm sure we would have been fine. So there you have it. Those are our Week 4 matchups coming up. Let us know down below, what are you looking forward to most coming up on Week 4, and we're super excited about next week because it is the return of the Progress Report tier makers. So we're going to find out which teams are Super Bowl contenders, playoff contenders, meh, blah, or just straight up trash. We're going to find out together coming up on Week 4, and we hope to see you all there. Any closing thoughts before we wrap things up this week, Trajan?
Let's go Steelers.
There you go. Can you do that in Gaelic?
No, I can't.
Well, you got plenty of time to learn before Sunday. Alrighty. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Click like if you enjoyed the video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all of your friends. And we'll see you all next week for the Week 4 Progress Report.